بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد أحبتي في الله، نعيش مع كتاب الله مع آيات من سورة عبس مع قوله سبحانه: قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره. My dear brothers and sisters, these ayat from Surah Abasa and the simple meaning for this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Exalted said, destroyed or cursed is man. How disbelieving is he? From what things, substance, did he created him? From a sperm drop, he created him and destined for him. قتل الإنسان ما أكفره. يعبر بهذا التعبير عند الإنكار على الفعل والتشديد على فاعله. فعل ما يؤدي بصاحبه إلى الهلاك. قال هنا سبحانه: قتل الإنسان ما أكفره. قال في سورة البروج: قتل أصحاب الأخدود. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: قاتل الله اليهود حرم الله عليهم لحوم الإبل فجملوها فأكلوها فباعوها فأكلوا ثمنها. فهذا التعبير يؤدي للإنكار على فعل يؤدي لصاحبه إلى المهالك. فما هو الفعل؟ ألا وهو أشد وأكبر ذنب، ألا وهو الكفر. الكفر. قتل الإنسان ما أكفره. ليس بعد الكفر ذنب. ولذلك لما يقول إنسان هذا جاري إنسان طيب وجيد إلا أنه كافر، وكأنه يجعل مسألة الكفر هينة. لا، كونه كافر هذا عظيم. ما نفع أن يكون طيبا عارفا لحقوق الآخرين منكرا لحقوق الله. أهم حق لابد أن يستوفى هو حق الله. ولذلك أعظم ذنب هو الكفر، وفي المقابل أكبر نعمة هي الإسلام وهي الإيمان. لهذا الإنسان عندما يكون مؤمنا موقنا بالله سبحانه وتعالى يفرح ويستبشر رغم ما عنده من النقص ورغم ما عنده من التعب والمشاكل والأمور الأخرى. إي والله. فأعظم نعمة هي نعمة الاستقامة، الكرامة في الاستقامة وفي الهداية وفي الثبات. قتل الإنسان ما أكفره. In Arabic word, they use the word قتل, mean destroyed, or the person that have done something, taken him to his end. When you are not happy with any action, you think that action will be the means of destroying that person. So that why, like in the word قتل. And was mentioned in the Quran multiple times. We have taken one in Surah Al-Buruj. قتل أصحاب الأخدود. Because of what they have done. The Prophet mentioned that in couple of statements. So the word قتل means that person destroyed, or he destroyed himself by involving in that action. So the action leading to the bad end. Which action? Here it's the worst action ever, which is kufr. The person denying the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or even denying his existence subhanahu wa ta'ala. and not even acknowledging him subhanahu. قتل الإنسان ما أكفره. The worst sin is kufr, and nothing is beyond. Sometimes you hear somebody say, you know what, my neighbor is a nice man. He's a very nice man. He just not a believer. Okay. What do you want to say? You want to say all of that are good and he's not a believer, as if you are saying that believing is not that important. No. If he's missing the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's missing everything. If he's taking care of all other rights, the right of others, but he's denying the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what is this? That's the worst things ever. So nothing worse than kufr, and nothing better than iman. That's why if you have iman and even missing any other things, you know, that by itself, it's a great ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not, I'm not saying that's suffice and it's enough. No, but that's the best things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted for you, to hold on your iman and increase in your faith and try your best to improve all other aspects. قتل الإنسان ما أكفره. So they are being destroyed by their kufr. Even if they think they are gaining something, but actually they are destroying themselves. And they are taking themselves to the bad end. Because what's matter is not this life, it's a hereafter. Even if you have gained everything's improved this life, and you have the best life ever, it's fine. This life is limited and short, and all of that will gone in one day. So what's more important, what's going to remain in the hereafter. And iman, the only things that could save you. Other things will never help you. قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره. هنا سبحانه وتعالى يتحدث عن أهم أسباب الكفر. لماذا وصل الإنسان بنفسه لهذه الدرجة؟ لكبره وعناده. يظن أنه شيء وهو ليس بشيء. قتل الإنسان ما أكفر من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدر. أنت أولك نطفة ووسطك عفنة وآخرك جيفة، إلا من حفظه الله سبحانه وتعالى. كيف الإنسان يتكبر وهو لا شيء؟ في سورة النازعات، السورة التي قبلها، ذكر الله سبحانه وتعالى مثالا على ذلك، وهو فرعون. هل نفعه ما عنده؟ لا والله. انظر إلى نهايته، نكال الآخرة والأولى إن في ذلك عبرة لمن يخشى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this ayat mentioning the most important reason for people denying the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and distancing themselves from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is inad, kibr, being arrogant. So what makes them stay in a state of denying and not believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because of their kibr. Because they are thinking themselves they are something. The blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon them, and instead of bringing them back to Allah, take them away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you see, some type of a blessing, maybe it's not good for you. Because led the person to the worst end. Those are simple people and humble people that might be easier for them to accept. Because they're not being tied and being fooled by this life. So when the person being given this life, that might be harder test for him, because he will think himself is something. In the previous ayah, in previous surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked to us about one of the worst examples, Fir'aun. He has everything, but look at his end. So why the person not believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because of that kibr. And if he would think of himself how he started, he might humble himself. قُتِلَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا أَكْفَرَ مِنْ أَيِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقَهُ. From what things, i.e. substance, did he created him? Think of yourself, from which things will be created. First, you're being created. And even it's not even from something. From a sperm drop, he created him and destined for him. Wallahi, if the person thinking of two moments, the moment from when he created and the moment at the time when he goes, he will have reflection and he will change himself. But sometimes we forget to think from your start and think of your end, and that might give you a reminder. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, reminded us about our start, because He wants us not to have that bad end. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا واستر عيوبنا وبلغنا في الدارين مطلوبنا. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. آمين.